All right, we're going to set up for some stall demonstrations in the Bonanza. We're flying an A36, a 1989 A36. Start off with a power on stall. The configuration for this will be gear and flaps up, 18 to 20 inches of manifold pressure. I'm going to fly it with about 18 inches of manifold pressure. We're going to trim the airspeed to about 110 knots, but not below that. And then we'll do straight ahead, and we'll do them with left and right banks. You really want to emphasize that the first thing you want to do in any stall is reduce angle of attack. And I'm going to demo it first without adding a lot of power, and then we'll do a normal recovery with power. And obviously we want to watch the rudder and keep things coordinated so that we don't end up with a yaw at the stall. So first thing we're going to do obviously is do some clearing turns. We're in clear airspace, just look for traffic out here. It's a beautiful day. Okay, so we got the airplane trimmed for a VY about 110 knots. Mixture's rich, power set at about 18 inches, flaps and gear are up. We're going to do this first one, first power on stall, just looking straight ahead, wings level, and I'm just going to bring the nose up to the stall. I'm going to recover only with pitch first. Now I'm going to add power just to demonstrate the sort of feel of the angle of attack and the buffet and so forth, and then we'll do some with power on. So here we go. We've cleared the area. We're at 110. I'm going to raise the nose now with only 18 inches to a pitch attitude that's going to give us a stall. We don't have to go real steep. Coming through 90 knots now. We're looking straight ahead, checking our wings for pitch attitude. About a 10-degree pitch-up attitude is all we need. Speed's bleeding off. Looking straight ahead in order to keep the nose from wandering left and right. Coming through 73, here comes the stall warning horn. Pitch attitude's increased a little bit to about 12, 13 degrees. Pitch up. Nice, smooth, easy maneuver. There's the buffet. We just recovered by lowering the nose. We don't need to shove the nose down. And you can see we've recovered. The airplane's flyable now. We're out of the stall regime. Okay. Do that once again. We'll recover with power this time. Engine temperatures and everything are good. So once again, we'll bring the nose up. We're out of 90 knots now.
For Lima Mike over Heck Lake, 4,500, maneuvering west circuit.
Again, bring the nose up to about 12 degrees or so. We're decelerating through about 80 knots now. 70 knots. Slowly decelerating. There's the horn a little louder. There's the buffet. Now we recover nose just below the horizon, add power, and then start climbing away as we get back toward our VXVY. So really nothing much goes on there. Okay, now we'll try one of those with a bit of a left bank this time. So again, same setup. We're at about 110 knots. Okay, so we've got a 20 degrees bank. We're coming through about 95 knots, 18 inches of manifold pressure, slowly raising the nose to that stall attitude. And again, all we really want to do is keep coordinated, nice, smooth deceleration. We're looking around. Don't just stare straight over the nose. Coming through about 80 knots.
Up to 4,500, we're westbound. We're going to enter the Gales Creek area.
There's the stall warning horn. Again, remember, at the stall, the first thing you do is lower the nose. Don't worry about the bank until you've corrected the stall.
Between Yamhill and Carlson, 3,500, maneuvering left sector, sir.
There's the buffet. We lower the nose, recover from the stall, wings level. Now we can add power and bring the nose back up and climb away from the stall. It's a nice, smooth, easy maneuver. Nothing much happens. You don't really need to lower the nose too much. Airplane's trimmed. Power set, engine temperatures are good, mixture's rich, props at 25. Now we're going to roll into a right-hand turn and do that same stall demo. So we're going to roll into about a 20-degree bank. We're clear to the right. And we'll start raising the nose. Okay, we're coming back through about 80 knots. Coordinating, keep an eye on the rudder there. Looking for the buffet. Just a little bit more. There's the buffet. Lower the nose, add power, roll the wings level, climb away. Okay, not much to it. Okay, we're going to let everything stabilize here, and then we'll do some power off stalls. Okay, we're going to do some power off stalls, approach stalls. I'm configuring the airplane in sort of a normal approach configuration, so I'm coming back to about 12 inches of manifold pressure. Flaps are at approach right now, gear are down. We'll go to full flaps in a moment. Went through 85 knots, so here comes the full flaps now. Turn out of the sun here. And the engine temperatures are nice and stable, so we're going to trim for a normal approach speed, about 80 knots. And we'll let the power, bring the power all the way back to idle now. Do the first one straight ahead. And again, the first one I'm just going to recover with pitch.
Terminal 214 Lima Mike over Carson 5005.
Okay, so we've established basically idle power now, about 80 knots. Just going to bring the nose up. The first one I'm just going to recover just with pitch, and then we'll do the power, add power to show how that works. So just bring the nose up to about here. This dirty configuration, we will stall pretty quickly. Went through 65. There's the horn. Looking around, make sure our nose isn't wandering left and right. Okay, here's the buffet. If we recover just by lowering the pitch attitude, you can see the airplane's flying again. We don't have to worry about rolling off of one wing or not. Now the proper recovery, we'll go back up into this stall configuration. We'll add power to recover. So there's the stall warning horn again. We're about 65, down to 60. As long as your feet are awake, it's not a big deal. There's the buffet, so now we add power, lower the nose just slightly, bring the power in, and now we're flying again. As soon as we reach our normal climb away speed, we can then clean up the airplane. Approach flaps. Here. Okay, not a big deal. Couple of key points. You want to make sure, obviously, you're not working the ailerons, you're using the rudder to control the yaw, and obviously the pitch attitude is the key thing, so reduce that angle of attack first, then you can correct any tendency of the airplane to roll off onto one wing or the other. And once you've got the wings flying, you have control of the airplane. Now we'll do some of those out of a turn. Okay, we're doing a power off stall, approach stall, the airplane's trimmed for about 80 knots, full flaps, gear down. Power's coming back to idle. We're going to do this out of a right-hand turn. Just clearing the area. Here we go. Roll into the turn. About 20 degrees of bank. Now we'll bring the nose up. Our feet to keep things coordinated. There's the buffet. Nose down a little bit. Now break the stall, then roll your wings level, then we can add power and climb away. Okay, we're going to do a power off approach stall. We have gear down, full flaps, trimmed for about 80 knots. We're going to slowly reduce the power to idle. Engine temperatures and pressures all look good. Power's coming back to idle. Okay, we're going to roll into a right-hand turn, about 20 degrees of bank. Okay, there's our bank. We're looking for traffic. Nobody's out there. So now we're just going to establish a pitch attitude that will lead to a stall. There's the horn. It's come through about 65. Using a rudder to stay coordinated. Aileron is only there to help us maintain the proper bank angle. As we bring the nose up, Buffet. There it is. Nose comes down just a little bit. Fix the stall, add power, and then climb away. So fix the stall first with the pitch attitude, then you can worry about your bank.